Well, hello everyone. I'm Yusuf Khudmi. I'm an English teacher. Okay, in this session we are going to have a quiz correction, just like the one you do in the classroom. So the focus is on Unit 9 and Unit 10. And the components, we have reading and we have language. Language is divided into two parts. We have grammar and we have function. So the first thing, we're gonna start with reading comprehension. Okay, this one. So we need to read the text, understand it, then answer these questions. So we have to read the text first to have an idea about its topic. So the title here, we have Save the Planet. Okay, so the text is related to the environment. So our planet is very generous to us. It gives us water, oxygen, and everything to survive. It is our responsibility to protect planet Earth. There are many ways to do this. People can plant trees because they are important for a healthy life on the planet. Also, it is very important to be careful when we go to a forest. Forest fires are one of the worst things for our planet. Besides, we have to try to use less water and stop wasting it. Additionally, riding bikes instead of driving cars is good for the environment. Cars pollute the air. So cars are not good for the environment. Thus, if we want to become environmentally friendly, we must save energy and stop harming our lovely planet. Okay, so this is the text. And its topic is the environment and the ways we can follow to save our planet Earth. Okay, so we'll start with A. We have read the text and answer by true or false. Correct the false ones. Okay, so if it is true, you write just true. And if it is false, you need to correct it. That is, you go back to the text and correct it from there. Okay, so the first one, we have forest fires are bad for our planet. Okay? The key words here are forest fires and we have bad. So we need to scan the text here to find the forest fires. Okay? So let's do that. So there are many ways to do this. People can plant trees. So here is it. Forest fires are one of the worst things for our planet. Okay? And here we have forest fires are bad. And in the text we have forest fires are one of the worst things. As you know, the worst, it's the superlative form of the adjective bad. So the answer is true. Okay, here is it. The first one is true. We don't need to correct it because it's true. Okay, number two, we have cars are not harmful for the environment. Okay, so we have to look in the text for the word cars. So cars, here is it. Additionally, riding bikes instead of driving cars is good for the environment. Okay, cars pollute the air. Okay, and in the question we have cars are not. So here we have the negative, are not harmful. That is, cars are not bad. But in the text we have cars pollute the air, and pollution is something which is negative, it's bad. So the answer is false, because cars pollute the air. They are not good for the environment. So let's move to B, okay? In this one we have read the text and answer the following. We have here 2 points, 1 for each. The first one, what does the planet offer us? Okay, the word to offer, it means to give something, like to give money or to give clothes. Okay, again we have to go back to the text and read. Okay, our planet is very generous to us. It gives us what? So it offers us water, oxygen, and everything to survive. So this is the answer. We can write it offers us water, oxygen, and everything to survive, or we can write just it offers us everything to survive. So the answer is this one. The planet offers us everything to survive. Next one. How can we protect the environment? That is how we as people can protect or save the environment. In the text here we have 4 ways, but we are asked to write just 2 examples. Okay, so let's do this. So there are many ways to do this. People can plant trees. This is 1. Okay, also it is very important to be careful when we go to a forest. This is number 2. Okay, besides we have to try to use less water and stop wasting it. This is number 3, that is saving water. Another one, additionally, riding bikes instead of driving cars is good for the environment. So these are 4 ways by which we can save the environment. Here we have write just 2 examples. Okay, so we pick 2 examples from the text. We can write people should plant trees. This one, people can plant trees. And we have to use less water. It is this one. Okay, we have to use less water. Now we move to C. Okay, find what the underlined words refer to in the text. Underlined means a word which has a line under it. Like this one, we have they and we have it. So let's read. There are many ways to do this. People can plant trees because they are important for a healthy life on the planet. So they here refers to trees. We can say people can plant trees because trees are important for a healthy life on the planet. We use they here to avoid repetition. So the word they refers to trees. Now we move to the word it. This one here. Okay, we have besides. We have to try to use less water and stop wasting it. You may ask the question, stop wasting what? And the answer is stop wasting water. So it here refers to water. Okay, so there refers to trees, it refers to water. So this is all for reading comprehension. Now we move forward to language. Okay, for language we have 5 points. Okay, grammar 3 points, function 2 points. The first one we have put the verbs between brackets into the correct form. So the verbs between brackets, meaning to give, to live, to read, and to listen. And here we have into the correct form. So it's up to us to decide which tense we are going to use. Is it the simple present, simple past, simple future, present perfect? So it's up to us. So we have to be careful when dealing with these sentences. Okay, we have to understand them, look for the time expressions, and then decide which tense or form we are going to use. Let's start with the first one. Here we have yesterday, Sarah to give her brother a gift. Okay, here the key word here is yesterday. Yesterday is a finished period of time, so it refers to the past. And here we have the subject Sarah, and we have the verb to give. So here we are going to use the simple past. So we have seen reading comprehension. Now we move to language. Here we have grammar, 3 points, and we have function, 2 points. And the question A, we have put the verbs between brackets into the correct form. Okay, so the verbs between brackets, we have to give, to live, to read, and to listen. And you have here into the correct form. We don't know which form, whether it's the simple past, present continuous, past continuous. Okay, are not given any detail. So it's up to us to decide which form we are going to use, depending on the given clues. Okay, meaning the time expressions we have in the sentences. So let's start with the first one. Here we have yesterday, Sarah to give her brother a gift. And the key word here is yesterday. Yesterday is a finished period of time, so it refers to the past. And here we have the subject, Sarah. Okay, so here we are going to conjugate the verb to give in the simple past. Why? Because we have an action which happened and finished in the past. So generally that's one of the uses of the simple past. So the answer to this was before we have to decide whether the verb to give is regular or an irregular verbs. The general rule for the simple past, we have subject, okay, plus verb plus ed. This is for regular verbs, and for irregular verbs there is no rule. You have to memorize them. And the word to give, or the verb to give, is an irregular verb. We don't say Sarah gave her brother. No, because the verb to give is an irregular verb, and you need to memorize these verbs. So the answer becomes yesterday Sarah gave her brother a gift. So the first one we have the simple past. Its rule is subject, verb ed, okay, for regular verbs, and for irregular verbs we have subject plus the past simple of that verb. Like for example, to sleep, it's an irregular verb. So we can say yesterday I slept well. Or for example, a regular verb like to watch. You can say Ahmed watched a film last night. Okay, now we move to number 2. Okay, we have I to live in Casablanca since 2014. So the subject here is I, and the verb we have to live. But the key phrase here is since 2014. Generally speaking, we use since and words like yet, already, okay? We use them with the present perfect. And one of the uses of the present perfect is to show kind of a relationship between the past and the present, okay? It indicates a cause and effect relationship between the past and the present. So the present perfect here of the verb to give becomes I have lived, okay? I have lived in Casablanca since 2014. As you know, the rule for the present perfect is subject have or has plus past participle, okay? Now we move to number 3. While Ahmed to read a book last night, his father to listen to the radio. Okay, here we have two actions. We have to read and to listen. And here we have the word while. Okay, you know the difference between while and when. Usually, while is followed by an action in progress, while when is followed by a short action, okay? And here we have last night, meaning the past. So while we need an action in progress in the past. So here we are going to use the past continuous to express something that was happening in the past. So while Ahmed was reading a book last night, his father was listening to the radio. Okay, here we have two actions that were happening in the past. So that's all for grammar. Now we move to function. So the question here we have match the underlined expressions with their meaning. And here we have two situations. We have situation number 1 and situation number 2. And we need to underline or we need to match, okay? To match these situations with their meanings. Here we have making an offer, and B we have making a suggestion. So here we have John says, I'm bored. Okay, so he's talking with his sister Jane, and he told her that he is bored. He has nothing to do. Okay, Jane says, how about playing a game? Okay, so here we have this expression, how about. So we have to decide whether it's making an offer or making a suggestion. The answer is that this expression goes with making a suggestion, because we can replace this expression and we say, I suggest playing a game, or why don't we play a game? So these are suggestions. Jane is suggesting something, okay, which is playing a game. Number 2, we have a mother and her child. She says, can I help you with your homework? The child answers, that would be nice, thanks. So we have to decide whether this expression refers to making an offer or making a suggestion. Here the mother is offering something. The thing is help. So she is offering or giving help to her child, and he responds by accepting her offer. So the mother here is making an offer. 2 goes with A. And that's all for this session, and I hope you stay safe, and thank you for your attention.